crack the code of this resolution success? How do you finally make it work? Well, brain training comes in really handy. And that's really the way to make it permanently work. First one you've heard before. Set a specific goal instead of a general one. A specific goal is, I'm going to lose 29 pounds. Or, I'm going to run the mile in 9 minutes. Very specific goal. The general goal is, I'm going to lose weight. Or, I'm going to get in shape. The general goals never work. The specific goals do, because you have something to focus on. We're going to have it. You practice contentment, you get better at it. And then when you get better at it, and you finally reach your goal, you know how to be content with your goal. Everybody wants to look like that, right? Fitness, men's fitness, women's fitness, they want to look like that. So, wouldn't it be reasonable to expect that those people are happy with where they are? They're not. They don't think they're fit because they have kept kicking their finish lines. But if you set that goal and you keep that goal, and you practice contentment along the way, and you celebrate your checkpoints, when you get to your final goal, you're happy with it. Choose a new way. You keep making the same resolution over and over, and you keep trying the same thing over and over. Benjamin Franklin and Einstein both said this. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We all do that. This is the fundamental reason that people yo-yo. They didn't rewire or change their brain. Their bodies changed, but their brains didn't change. 97% of the people that lose weight gain it back. There are certain foods that I call negative fat foods, that the more you eat, the skinnier you get. This is the cool thing. And if you try to overeat these foods, you just get thinner faster. And it depends on the type of calorie, the combination of the calories, and the timing of your calories that makes it all the difference in the world. Because if you combine protein with fat, you're not going to absorb that fat. Because your insulin's going to stay low, and to store the fat, your insulin has to spike up. What spikes insulin? High glycemic carbs like sugar, bread, pasta, those kinds of things. So this is a Reese's. You're going to see about 20 Reese's in there. 2,500 calories for what you see in that picture. Do you know how many stalks of broccoli you would have to eat to reach 2,500 calories? Talk about fiber. Broccoli looks like 2,500 calories of broccoli. I'm running through a field of broccoli. I've got ladders going up to broccoli trees that I'm climbing up and tying off rope swings. And I'm having this blast in this broccoli field because there's so much broccoli, 2,500 calories. It's amazing how much you would have to eat to equal the Reese's. That's why I get so amped up talking about this stuff, because I'm still a pioneer. I started studying this back in the 80s in college when I was getting my degree in exercise science. And that's when I discovered, this is new stuff. Being consistent. Keep that consistency. That is so vital. Because once you fall off, they say falling off the wagon, I prefer to use the term fall off the train. Because when you use fall off the wagon, you have this mental picture of this thing driving away, and then you got to get up, dust yourself off, and run, and all this extra work to catch up to the wagon. But if you visualize a train where you fell off, but it's still right there, you just jump back on. The station is the end home to other people. Let it out. Tell somebody about it. And use these brain training techniques to rewire your brain. Because when you do that, it will be easier to get to your goal because your subconscious brain is actually ahead of you and it's dragging you along. Your patterns are breaking and behavior is changing without the need for willpower. And once you get there, it's permanent and you stay there. Any questions?